Alrighty, what's up, everybody? It is I, your Tribal God of Restraint, Peter Joseph. Stand up for me and stand up for the prophecy and acknowledge your Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns. But I'm back again with another video right here on the Peter Joseph YouTube Wrestling channel, youtube.com/Peter Joseph. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video. Hit the subscribe button down there. You know where it is, in my pants. Otherwise known as description box below. On this channel and my other channels as well. Show your love and support. Leave a comment on the video if you like. But don't leave stupid comments. You get blocked, sent to the Shadow Realm, and Satan and Ozzy will eat your soul. So don't do that. Do it on your dead channel. And nobody gives two fucks about. And that's that. Share the video all over the internet. Follow me on social media. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And don't forget to tap and slap that bell. Turn on all notifications so you don't miss anything. Because if you do, well, you're pretty much SOL. You know what that means. Ha! And that's pretty much it. If you like it, great. You don't, fuck off. And that's it. And for newbies out there who are thinking about subscribing, please hit that subscribe button. And when you do subscribe, as we say in the business, welcome to the party, pal. We hope you enjoy the ride. Sit back, relax, and grab that salt. Grab a cold one. Or two, or three, whatever you got. Whatever you got. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. And then, once again, like I said, if you like it, great. You know, well, fuck you. And that's that. And we move on. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it is Tuesday night. You know what that means. We got NXT coming up in a little bit. So, this video will kind of coincide with the start of NXT this week, as we are coming off a not so great Heatwave event. We saw new champions in Ash by Elegance winning the Knockouts title. Now, JC Jane has only the NXT Women's title, and she's got a new challenger in Luna Pisces. She won a triple threat match with Miss Parker, Jada Parker, and Kaylani Jordan. We'll see what that goes tonight. We got new tag team champions in Dark State. Call that one. So we'll see what they bring to the table tonight. See what chaos they're gonna bring. And also for the world title. In a great match, which saw a little bit of controversy near the end. But still, your reigning, defending, undefeated Buddha of NXT. And that is the Buddha from Wakanda. Oba! Who? Femi. As he beat your boy, Bouncy Javon Evans. But like I said, there was some controversy with it near the end, where Oba's foot was on the rope. Referee counted to 3. Javon 31. And then a backup referee's like, no. And then Oba basically whipped Javon's ass. Almost killed him again, but, you know, it is what it is. And then Absolute Ricky Starks, he comes out and looks like he's going to be the next challenger for Oba's title, coming up at No Mercy next month. Not September the 27th. So it's about a month from now. So we'll see what happens with that tonight on the program. And we'll talk about that tomorrow afternoon. Because I got a busy morning. I got a big meeting tomorrow. So after I get through my Raw review tonight, I'm going to bed. And then pretty much I'm going to be a little bit incommunicado for the early morning hours. But I do have the rest of the day off. It's just a quick, big meeting. It's a very important meeting I have to be at. So that's that. And then pretty much the weekend, I'm done. After tomorrow, I'm done. Until Tuesday, so, because of Labor Day weekend, so, we move on with that. But it should be, hopefully everybody has a great, tomorrow, and Thursday, and if you're off Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, you're lucky. I'm off, basically, after tomorrow, I'm off Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I'm off 5 days. I got a 5-day weekend, so, but I'll still be doing some reviews here and there, but it is what it is. But we got that. Alright. Before we get to NXT, let's talk about Heatwave for a little bit. And it's time for your NXT Heatwave thoughts, you understand? Thoughts. So we'll talk about that. Alright, so Heatwave, like I said, wasn't the best, but still, a pretty decent pay-per-view. This past Sunday, August the 24th, 2025. Got pretty much everybody that watched freaking Forbidden Door, which was the better show. You know, just, they pretty much ran out of gas. I'm like, oh, I want to go to bed. You know. But still, this show wasn't bad. And we emanated from the legendary Lowell Memorial Auditorium in Lowell, Massachusetts. And a little bit change of the commentary since Corey Graves is in Birmingham. It was in England. Now he's going to be in France next week for Raw, which is taped. And SmackDown is taped in Paris on Friday. So we had the man with the creepy jacket, lots of candy, Vic Joseph, and the Kool-Aid Man, the man who smokes more fucking weed than you do. And that's true. And that's... Oh yeah, man! Oh yeah, I'm gonna simp for freaking Lola Paisese! Booker T, sucker! Oh yeah! Alright, so we got that. So Booker Z, King Booker! Basically. I miss King Booker. Look at that. Alright, we get a opening video focusing on the idea of a spark turning into a big fire. And now anything can make it start. We didn't start the fire. It was that guy in the 5th row that, I forget. There is a parody, I don't know if there is, but there should be a parody by Weird Al for that song. There should be. If there's not, there should be. I'm just saying. We didn't start the fire. Some weird stuff. But God bless you, Billy Joel. What else do I have to say? Yeah. Love that song. No, that's one of my favorite songs on that album. Next to, Joe, like I can't go, my go to extremes. He went to the extreme. Pretty much. Alright, get that. Alright. Moving on. So after the video, we go to our first match of the night, that triple threat match between Jada, Parker, and Kaylani Jordan and Lola Paisese for a future women's title shot that was later announced that the winner will face JC Jane at NXT No Mercy September the 27th. All three ladies looked good. Woo! Lots of booty in that ring. And like I said, Lola Vice wins the match. And she just went berserk near the end with the sexy hip attack. Oh, yes. Shake them titties and shake that hips, and her hips don't lie. So, Jada, near the end, Jada hits Hypnotique. What goes with Hypnotique on Lola, and Lola, avoided it. And with Kaylani Jordan not for a loop, Lola gets a fruit roll up. 1, 2, 3. She picks up the victory. And she goes on to face JC Jane for her NXT Women's Championship. That's coming up at No Mercy. So we'll see what happens with that tonight. We move on. Alright, then the coupling is okay with their recent losses as of late. But their focus is on going after Catchpoint 3.1. And that's Maddie Lankowski, my girl. And Mr. Charlie Dempsey, Mr. Eagle's son. Now, we saw Laney Reed kind of get a little bit involved. I'm like, what's going on here? Izzy and Tatum trying to get, with him too, and Maddie's like jealous. What else is new? All the ladies want all the dudes. I mean, come on. Alright, match number 2 for the tag team titles. Hank and Tank, or Hank and Spank, defend against... Well, it's Osiris Griffin and Dion Lennox with Saquon Sugar and the creepy man himself, Cutler James at ringside. And, Booker T says other teams are going to have to step up if Dark State wins. And I think they might have to because Dark State gets the win after a lot of chaos. And they hit the Doomsday device a la the Road Warriors. 1, 2, 3, we have new NXT Tag Team Champions in Dark State. Now, I believe they're going to use the advanced Freebird rule, because I think anybody from Dark State can hold a title. So, we got that. Alright, NXT's about to start. We'll see what happens with that. We got a blindfold match tonight. With Lexus King and Miles, don't call him Ozzy Osbourne. By the way, speaking of Ozzy Osbourne, Becky Lynch, fuck you. That's all I'm going to say. If you didn't watch Raw last night with Becky's little diss mentioning Ozzy's death a month after he died, which was bad timing, Becky. No wonder Kelly Osbourne was pissed this morning. Oy, oy, oy. I had to calm her down. I'm like, calm down, Kelly. But yeah, WWE is embarrassed because that line was not cleared at all. Nobody asked the Osbourne family if they can use that line for Ozzy. So now Becky is either going to do a private apology, or what she should do this Monday night in Paris is come out, and first thing out of her mouth should be, I want to apologize to the Osbourne family. It was out of line, and I didn't mean any disrespect to Ozzy. That's what she should say. And I'm sorry to Kelly and the family. That's what she should say. Then maybe all is forgiven. But right now, Becky Lynch, you pretty much can go fuck yourself. That was in bad taste and a little bit, bad timing. Bad timing and out of taste and out of character for her. I assume she loves Ozzy, but I know she's playing the heels in Birmingham, which is Ozzy's hometown. Why would you say that? She should be reprimanded. She's not going to lose the belt to Nikki Bella. That's one thing. But she should be, reprimanded somehow. Loss of pay. Not suspended, per se, but I say dock her pay. Fuck that shit. Alright, we got a video package for the show. So, if you're watching this live, and I'm pre-recording it at the same time, but it is what it is, you get that. Alright, so new tag team champions in Dark State. And it's going to be a dark time in that tag team division. As there you go on. Alright, like I mentioned, the blindfold match tonight with Lexus King and Miles Ozzy Osbourne, because he's deaf, and he got blinded last week with the mace. So then Ava Raine makes this match, and Lexus King's like, what? When was the last time we saw a blindfold match? I think this might be the first ever blindfold match in NXT. I could be wrong on that, but kind of remember Jake Roberts and Mr. Rick Martel, the model, with his elegance. He smells great. His elegance. We got that. Match number 3 on a 6-match card for the TNA Knockouts title. Ash by Elegance takes on Casey Jane, who came out with Fallon, don't call her Don Henley, and my girl Jasmine Nix. Takes on the former Knockouts champion Masha Slamovich. This was a pretty good match, but in the end, we have a new Knockouts champion in Ash by Elegance, as JC hit the rolling encore on Masha, but then M and Heather by Elegance pulled JC out before she can try to go for the pin, and then Dana Brooke goes up top, hits rarefied air, 1, 2, 3, she pins Masha and wins the belt, and everybody in TNA is happy, Carlos is happy, everybody in TNA is happy now. Even Rosemary's happy. I wonder who's next. But we got that. Alright, we got Absolute Ricky Starks coming out to open the show. The Revolution will be televised. Alright, so he's next in line to Oba, Femi's title. Javon might have something to say about that. Get that in a minute. Javon and Ricky Starks had a pep talk, so there you go. That. Match number 4. I can't even talk tonight, I'm sorry. Match number 4. You can tell I'm nervous about tomorrow. But, anyway. Match number 4. The lovely Blake Monroe. Mariah May, the glamorous one. Takes on Big Mama Pump, Jordan Grace. And they were friends for 5 minutes, now they're enemies, they want to kill each other. Well, really, both of them want to kill each other, but that's that. Another good match. Once again, Blake somehow, someway, sent Jordan into the exposed turnbuckle. Ow. Then a double arm DDT a la the great man Mick Foley. She used to very nice. Thank you, Mick. Would you like a Dorito? No. I got my own. Thank you. I know they're very tasty. Give some to Mikey Riprack. Oh, Mikey likes Doritos too? Okay. Cactus, stop talking about Doritos, you freak! Jerry, they're not very nice! Cactus, I told you to shut up! Okay, guys, no, not now. Sorry. Anyway, moving on. So Jordan gets the win. Blake gets the win over Jordan in a very good match. And we'll see what happens with them tonight. And, that's that. Alright, Jada is mad about her loss to Lola. And then, Last Legend, get shit done. She comes in and starts mocking her. And they almost get into a big old fight. That might culminate tonight. We'll see. Get that. JC is pissed with losing the Knockouts title, blames Fallon and Jasmine Nix, and then Lola Vice comes in, SA, and JC says there's no problem here with you. I got no problem with you, Lola, but Lola thinks there will be a problem at No Mercy when she gets her title shot. What the hell is Josh Briggs doing out here now? Who gives a fuck about Josh Briggs? I know he beat my boy Inamura last week in a hellacious Philly street fight. Well, what are you doing out here? Alright, so Lola is like, well, I got no problem beating you at No Mercy to get the NXT Women's title. And then Del Ruca comes in. Sol Ruca and Delta. They come in and mock the entire group of Fatal Influence. And Jason wants to know how they always manage to show up. And then they just leave. They're like a little bug that just don't want to die. Some people just can't wait to die. Pretty much. Well, we call Inamura an outsider. Well, he's from Japan. Japan! #1! Forever! That's right, Terry. And ever! Okay, that's enough. And ever! Alright, stop now, please. I know it's been 2 years since your death, but stop now, okay? We love you, we miss you, and we miss Bray Wyatt. Follow the buzzets. We miss Bray every day. We got that. Alright, moving on. Alright, then we get to match number... I don't even know what match number this is. Match number 4, match number 5. Anyway, USA versus Canada mixed tag team match. We have Chelsea Green and the Canadian national champion Ethan Page takes on Tavion Heights and Tyra May Steele, the women's winner from LFG. Did I give a crap about this match? Fuck no. But the right people won, and that's Chelsea Green and Ethan Page after Alba Fire causes a distraction. She comes in with a super kick, and then Chelsea grabs Tyra May Steele and hits the unpretty her for the win in 9.5 minutes. That's that. Alright, Josh Briggs comes in to see Oba, who is clearly being worn down by being the champ, and Oba wants him to get the fuck out of here, but Briggs says, I'm next in line. Speaking of next in line, Ava Rain just came out, and she makes an announcement. Nobody's heard from Javon following his loss at Heatwave, because he got his ass kicked! So we need a new NXT #1 contender. I guess we're going to get a match tonight. Probably going to get a match tonight, obviously, if they come out. Yeah. Josh Briggs will go one-on-one with Ricky Starks. The winner gets Oba at No Mercy. Yeah. Obviously, I've been watching this for too long. Ricky doesn't seem happy about that. I guess. Let me get that. Alright, now we get an after promo with Ava from after Heatwave. She's with Blake Monroe, who is grabbing her neck. Hey, do you need a neck massage there, Blake? I mean, Mariah May? I mean, I'm available. You know, call me. And Kaylani Jordan comes in now. For some odd reason. You didn't win a match. Mrs. Him. I think she's saying, it took her like 2 years to get a title shot. Who has your knickers in a twist? That's not a good thing. If you have your knickers in a twist, ladies, you might have to look at your panties. Then again, you might, you probably moved it to the side, and then it got, after you were done with the guy, your knickers are in a twist. I don't know. So it looks like we're going to get Blake, Mariah May, and Kaylani Jordan coming up. And here's Blake! Yes, yes, yes! Oh, she looks so good. Oh! Okay. Blake Monroe with the I Dream of Jeannie type Tron. She does that. She does, She has that dazzling look. They're doing the, I Dream of Jeannie. Great show. Back in the 70s, early 80s. If you haven't seen it, oh, where the fuck you been? Oh, wait. You weren't born then. You fucking millennials. You don't know about that shit. Look it up on Paramount or Paramount Plus. It's a great show. I'm gonna wiggle my nose and turn Rosa into a hottie. Damn, it didn't work. Damn. I could have turned her into a hot Asian chick. Damn. Yeah, what are you gonna do? Anyway, moving on. Alright, so Alba Fire comes in, super kick, Tyra May steal, and then Chelsea picks up the pieces, hits the unpretty her and Ethan Page get the win. And like I said, and then after that, Josh Briggs comes in and says, hey, I'm next in line for your belt. And I was like, yeah, okay. And then Ava Raine just now, on the Aftermath show, just announced that Ricky Starks and Josh Briggs will face off, probably the main event. The winner gets Oba for the title at No Mercy. So probably be Ricky, and does Ricky win? But then Javon might have something to say. So this might be a triple threat match, and Oba is the king, the ruler of the triple threat match. And the fatal four-way match, too, if you think about it. So I don't think Oba's going to lose at No Mercy. I just can't see it. If he does lose it, it might be at Halloween Havoc on October the 25th. Or he might lose it at Deadline. But then again, you're going to need a number one contender, which is the Iron Survivor match. So I would think if Oba retains the title through the rest of this year, which he could, I think the winner of the Iron Survivor match for the men at Deadline will face Oba at New Year's Evil, January 2026, and probably beat him on NXT TV. That's how I see it. But then again, you never know. Let me move on. Alright, then Ava, and this was announced, I found out about this today. Ava announced that the Speed titles will be defended on NXT. Joy! So, actually, we got tournaments lined up to see who will face El Grande Hermanicano. That's Ludwig Spears, who has the men's speed title, and So Ruka, who has the NXT Women's North American title, which hasn't been defended lately. She has the Women's Speed title, and we're going to get tournaments to crown a new number one contender. Joy, we need more titles on NXT. Joy. Do I care? No. I don't give two fucks about Speed. It's a crappy show. Bring back NXT Level Up or some shit. Why bring back Velocity? Or Sunday Night Heat, some shit, Let's go old school. Because old school is cool. You know, I was cool before Rowdy was cool. I come here to kick ass and chew bubblegum. And I'm all out of bubblegum. Somebody get Roddy Piper some bubblegum, please. Mike? What? Can you get Roddy Piper some bubblegum, please? No, I'll get it right away. Rowdy! Shh. You good? Good. Hey, how's your good buddy, Mr. Wonderful Paul Arnold doing there, Roddy? Good? Okay. He's wonderful? Yeah, exactly. He is. Mr. Wonderful. I don't even know if that was his actual theme. I made it up. Alright, get that. Blah, 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 blah. Alright, so the speed title is going to be defended in NXT, and I don't give a crap about the tournament. Ah, my favorite part of the show is coming out. Oh, yes. Well, next to Fatal Influence. Oh, no, I thought it was Lola. Sorry. Okay, Lonnie Jordan is taking on Blake Monroe in her first official match of the night. This should be a pretty good match. Mrs. Him. And she didn't even have to freaking change her hair. So, still in cornrows. There's just nothing bad about that. I wanted to do that, but then again, as I saw, you know, my African American friends put their hair up in cornrows, and, you know, I was like, let me try that. Not a good idea. I didn't do it, but imagine if I did. This hair would look like really weird. And I know a lot of white people, and I know some friends have done that, and I'm like, ugh. Not a good look for you, dude. So if I did that, it wouldn't look good. Not that I don't look good as it is, so. But then again, I could have got more chicks than I do now, but who knows. But I'm never gonna do it, but I just thought of it way back in the day. This is when you're in your teens, you're getting into your 20s, you think about weird stuff, you know. You start having sex, and, you know, blah, blah, blah. Or you start thinking about fucking chicks. Yeah, I could have got laid in my later years, but, you know, I was a shy little guy. But I did get a lot of love from the ladies, not, you know, full-on sex or anything like that. I mean, I got a lap dance, I got, you know, a semi-hang job from a girl that when I was in high school. Not from high school. I got a girl that was in junior high. She knew my sister. She just like went to town on my dick. I'm like, shh. I wanted to bang her too, and I was just too scared to do it. Yeah, I choked back in the day, but now I'm a seasoned pro. Yeah, shut up. You didn't hear that. You probably didn't anyway. What's the things? I'm a one minute guy. No. I go all night long on that ass. And I go multiple rounds. Yeah, I'll give you a first round knockout later if you don't shut up. Make my dinner. Don't you throw that spatula at me. She threw it last time, you know. I had the video where she threw a sponge and then she threw a spatula at me almost. It's like years ago. I still have it on somewhere. But anyway, moving on. Alright, then we go to the main event. Bouncy Javon Aaron takes on Oba Who Femi for the world title. This is a good match, like I said, with the controversy where Javon hit the cutter, then he hit another one, and then goes for the cover. 1, 2, 3. But the original referee is like, nope. Put on the rope. So the match continues, and Oba just basically whipped the living shit out of Javon, picked him up, threw him over the announce table again. Oy. I mean, he didn't die the first time. 99 ways to die! Thanks, Dave. David! Dave Mustaine, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, me! Meet the real me! And my misfits way of life! Thanks, Dave. Well, I'm just gonna keep talking to myself. Okay. Talk to yourself. Thank you. I'm gonna keep you. Okay. Imagine Dave Mustaine was president of the United States. That'd be funny as fuck. Well, I'm gonna tell Russia to go kiss my ass. Then I'm gonna play Holy Wars. No, you won't play. You play Holy Wars, but in your spare time when you're writing up the bills and all that shit. You know what you're gonna play? Peace sells, but who's buying? Peace sells, but who's buying? Okay. Oh, by the way, happy birthday to my good buddy, the Metal God. His birthday was yesterday. Rob Halford, the man who sings Painkiller. Speaking of Painkiller, Blake beats Oh no, Blake tried to get out of Dodge, and Jordan Grace stopped her. And says, no, you got a match, get out there. And Kaylani just hit some weird move. Now she's about to hit the split-legged moonsault. One of a kind! 1, 2, 3, wow. Kaylani probably with her biggest win. Not the biggest win, but she beats Blake Monroe thanks to Jordan fucking Grace. Damn it! Now the ref's like, hey, go back and tell Carmelo I said hi. Right. And now the referee's like just slides out of the ring so they can just stare at each other. That's just great. So I guess they're gonna have a rematch, some type of stipulation maybe at No Mercy. Alright, now we get from last month, Vic Joseph sits down with Miles, don't call him Ozzy Osbourne. He talks about his hearing loss, story, and in between, we get the whole thing about Lexis King, which, got the blindfold match tonight, and then how he got blinded with the mace, even though it's water. You know what it was? Do I have it? I think I have it. I have it somewhere. Here it is. This is what it was. What's this? This is holy water. Holy water. Holy water! Okay. I just came out of nowhere. Thank you, Ronnie. Holy diver! Been gone too long in the TikTok scene. Oh, what's becoming of me? Look out! Okay. It's turned into the karaoke hour. I should do a whole fucking stream. I would do a live stream and then, But, I should do just a-cappella covers of just random songs. Alright, Sarah Schreiber just came out with Miles, don't call him Ozzy Osbourne, for this blindfold match. So, alright, so we got Miles, Stephanie... Well, Miles Vercurr, because, he's banging Stephanie Vercurr, you bastard. You are such a lucky fucking bastard. Should have been me. Alright, now he takes on Lexis King, who has a hot girlfriend, too. I think Miles is going to win this match. It's going to be a fun match and crazy as fuck, because it's a blindfold match. It's over there! No, it's over there! No, he's over there! Alright, so anyway, Oba gets the win after throwing Javon onto the announce table. I overshot that, but at least Oba had the better, it was good. So then he brings him back in, hits Fall from Grace, 1, 2, 3, still hula of NXT, Oba, who, Femi, in a pretty damn good match, but still with the controversy, like I said. And now, we got Josh Briggs and Ricky Starks going one-on-one to see who faces Oba at No Mercy and probably be the next victim. But we'll see what happens with that. Oba celebrates at the end. Like I said, Ricky comes out to end the show. So, there's nobody else. Who's left? Let's just get some guys from TNA to come out, like Moose. Besides Crick. Maybe Mike Santana? Maybe, I would say Brian Myers. People. Yeah, Steve Macklin against Oba would be good. Hey, bring back Omos. I keep saying that. Omos was in the AAA Battle Royal and he won. Why not re-sign the guy? And there you go. Sign him back to WWE. Put him in NXT as a monster face like the Great Khali. And he just mops the floor with the talent, and he gets the Oba, and he whips Oba's ass. And Oba goes up to the main roster to kick everybody else's ass in the main roster, except for Roman. Acknowledge your tribal chief and stand up to the tribal chief. Alright, so that is it for NXT Heatwave. Wasn't great, but still, I gave it 6.5 out of 10 stars. Let me know what you guys thought of Heatwave down below in the comments section, and that's it. Alright, I'm going to watch the next hour and a half of NXT. Should be some good shit, as we got Miles Ozzy Osbourne taking on Lexus King in a blindfold match. It should be good. And that's that. Alright guys, I will be back after NXT with your official Monday night review over on my main channel, KillerDemon669, and that's that. But until next time, my friends, rock on, and rock hard with your cookies. And if you're not down with that, well, I got 3 words for you. Fuck you, man. That's it. Until next time, peace.